What are the Pandora Papers? It's a question a lot of people are asking, and we're going to answer that for you. But first, I need you to subscribe to this channel, tap that notification bell, and remember to follow us across all of our social media. To help you, the links are in the description.
So far, the Pandora Papers have exposed many powerful people, like the King of Jordan, the Kenyan President, the Prime Minister of Czech Republic, and even former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair and his wife. And over time, you're going to be hearing a lot more names exposed. So, let's start from the beginning and understand what's going on.
So, what are the Pandora Papers? Well, they are considered the most expansive leak of tax haven files in history and reveal the secret offshore holdings of more than 300 politicians and public officials from more than 90 countries and territories. The Pandora Papers actually builds on the massive Panama Papers investigation, which, if you remember, were released in 2016, exposing the financial secrets of the rich and powerful.
What is a tax haven? A tax haven basically just means a country or jurisdiction where you can put your money and avoid paying tax where you made your money. In simple terms, the Pandora Papers shows and exposes how a lot of rich and powerful people move their money around the world. It includes emails, passports, copies, and bank statements showing presidents, kings, billionaires, celebrities, and criminals hiding and moving their money. So who's behind the Pandora Papers?
So we're actually not sure who leaked these documents, but we do know that about 11.9 million confidential files were leaked to the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, which is a network of reporters and media organizations. With the aid and effort of more than 600 journalists from 150 media outlets, they launched a 2-year effort to sift through the millions of confidential files. Now that we know what the Pandora Papers are, the bigger question is, what does this mean?
Well, sometimes many rich and powerful people put their wealth in offshore structures which are hard to trace and not open for everyone to see. They do this in order to avoid paying tax or avoid taxation altogether, and in some cases to hide the proceeds of a crime or even for money laundering. Now, one question you may have is if these offshore companies are even legal.
The International Consortium of Investigative Journalists stressed that setting up offshore companies to do business is not in itself illegal, as some people might have legitimate reasons to keep their finances secret. But these offshore companies are proven to be attractive as they can facilitate tax avoidance, but also tax evasion. Now, there is a difference between the two. Tax avoidance involves legally organizing one's affairs to minimize the tax burden, which is legal. Tax evasion, though, involves illegally breaching laws to avoid paying tax. Now, this is illegal. Now, remember, because something is legal does not make it morally right, though.
An important factor to consider in all of this is the need for tax revenue. The Canada Revenue Agency has calculated that as much as $3 billion in tax revenue is lost annually to offshore accounts held by wealthy Canadians, and tax havens cost Canadians almost $15 billion each year in lost tax revenue.
Remember, taxes finance departments like healthcare systems, education, infrastructure, military, and with governments starving for cash, if they're not able to collect this money properly from citizens and companies like the rich and the wealthy ones, then they have to get it from somewhere else. And the reality is, that could be you. Hey BG Squad, thanks so much for checking out our channel. And listen to this, we have more great content for you, like this video right here and this video right here. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now and tap that notification bell.